To our dear Principal, Dr. Juanito B. Victoria, to the OIC, Master Teachers and Teachers, good morning. Let me ask you these questions. What are your areas of expertise? Number 2, what value do you add to the school leadership team and to the school mission? Number 3, how do you work collaboratively with others? I ask you about your areas of expertise because an effective teachers develop a range of knowledge and skills from managing a classroom community and helping students learn. But beyond the competence of subject matter, knowledge, teachers may also develop skill sets in pedagogy and other areas. For the second questions about the value that you add to the school leadership team and to the school mission. This is about the next stage to create links to identified school-wide needs and areas of focus. Perhaps a teacher's expertise is addressing literacy issues for diverse learners. Perhaps it's about specialized resources for differentiation in math. When these skill sets match what is described in the school plan or what teachers throughout the needs of the school, then one begins to validate one's potential contributions in the larger community. Last questions is about your collaborations because teacher leaders need to work collaboratively with the administration in order for teacher leadership to be the norm throughout a school. Before I proceed with my topic, let us watch first this video.
What I think being a teacher leader means is not just working within the four walls of your classroom. Definitely you're a leader for your students, but also being a leader for other teachers.
I feel like there are a lot of policymakers right now in education who are disconnected from the classroom, and so being a teacher leader is important because I'm advocating for the changes that I'm directly seeing a need for.
By being a teacher leader, I've personally found that it's extremely powerful to show others what they can do in their communities around them.
Students who don't have opportunities need someone to advocate loudly for them. And you have to be willing to fall on your sword sometimes and take a risk for your students so that they can have a better learning environment.
I was able to show students that I'm not just a teacher, I'm a leader in our community. And that meant a lot to colleagues who then joined in the community and the conversation, and students who believed that they could do the same.
Now, let me start to my topic for today, which is about teacher leadership, the role of the teacher for 21st century learner. Our objectives are the following: to create a career path, to retain and develop high-performing teachers for leadership roles, to formalize, define, and build the competencies necessary for high-quality leadership to improve student learning, and to recognize and encourage shared leadership and decision-making in schools to maximize the outcomes for students. Let us quickly define what is teacher leadership. According to the mayor, it is a set of roles bundled with the motivation to inspire educational change and move beyond the status quo in collaborative ways. Teacher leaders lead alongside others, not from the front. They have their feet firmly planted in the classroom and their eyes on what's possible for all. Teacher leaders are the professionals who carry through with this process to lead change in their schools for the benefits of all the students. Teacher leaders step outside their classroom doors and accept the challenge to improve their practice through working with colleagues, school administrations, and professional staff, as well as the student and their families. Also in K-12, it defines as classroom educators who is simultaneously take on administrative roles outside their classrooms to assist in functions of the larger school system. Teacher leadership tasks may include but are not limited to managing teaching, learning, and resource allocation. Teachers who engage in leadership roles are generally experienced and respected in their field, which can both empower them and increase collaboration among peers. It means A teacher leadership is a process. In most schools like here in Caloocan City Business High School, there are teachers who are the designated leaders of their grade level teams or departments. But being named a team leader is not the same as being a teacher leader. Teacher leaders exemplify certain defining characteristics. While all teachers possess several of these traits, only teacher leaders consistently and simultaneously integrate them into teacher leadership. So what are these traits? We can use the acronym of EXCITE for us to easily remember, which are stand for E for expert, X for exceptional communicators, C for change agents, I for inspirational leaders, T trustworthy colleagues, and E for explorers. First, expertise may come in the form of knowledge and skills about a specific content or teaching skills. Second, teacher leaders are excellent communicators. A key teacher leadership skills is the ability to prioritize listening over speaking and seeking to understand different perspectives. Teacher leaders clarify, probe, and synthesize ideas and questions to understand the concerns and leverage the expertise of others. They also strive to establish open communication, where all ideas are heard and all possibilities explored. Teacher leaders want to solve problems by getting a group to think outside of the box. Do you agree that one of the essential qualities of our communication is honesty? Teacher leaders communicate in a way that are professional and truthful, reflecting what is working and what isn't. Third, while working, most teachers are experts and have effective communication skills. Teacher leaders differentiate themselves by being change agents. They take up initiatives and work to make them successful. Education is a professional field that is constantly being reformed and reacting to social, economic, and political change. Fourth, people in educational leadership are familiar with the concept of the transformational leader. Transformational leaders work with others to the problem solve and implement and monitoring strategic initiatives. They inspire everyone to be their very best because a transformational leader believes that everyone has important contributions to make and that everyone needs to be involved. Inspirational is at the core of transformational leadership, and it is not easy to master. Fifth, to be a teacher leader, others must trust you enough to follow your lead. Teacher leaders build trust through what they do and say as well as what they don't. Trustworthiness is important across all aspects of leaders, teachers, and engendering confidence in others is key to being transformational leader. Competence is part of shared expertise. Honesty is essential in effective communication. Lastly, teacher leaders are trailblazers. They are first adopters, willing to try out new ideas and discover the unseen potholes in new initiatives. They are volunteer for pilot projects and pursue professional development opportunities to learn more so they can improve their practice, share their experiences, and collaborate with others to solve problems and reach team goals. An important part of this explorer quality is that teacher leaders, because they are willing to go first, share their vulnerabilities by being open about their successes and failures. Now, how do we develop teacher leaders? There is a lot of great research on what works in educational practice. We have here 7 domains identified by Mark Smiley and John Eckert, a consultant for teaching quality. First, a vision strategy for teacher leadership. with stated goals. Clear image of tasks to be done must be in place. Teachers must feel part of creating this vision in order to buy in. Second, a supportive administration. Principal must be willing to share power with teachers and must have the skills to cultivate them as leaders. The most educational leadership program focus on supervising teachers, not supporting them as leaders. Third, there need to be appropriate human and physical resources. Additionally, the personnel within school need to think more flexibly about how to allot funds that do exist. Fourth, work structures that enable authentic collaboration are crucial. While more resources help on this point, there are creative ways to stretch limited funds. Fifth, supportive social norms and working relationships are key to teacher leadership. This requires a commitment to all students and respect for different areas of expertise. 6. Organizational politics must allow for blurred lines between roles. 7. The second and system must be oriented toward risking-taking and inquiry. Just as students need hands-on applied learning rooted in inquiry, so too do teachers need powerful driving questions to push their work forward. School system must be able to interrogate themselves about the extent to which they create opportunities for teachers to learn and lead in way they spread teaching expertise and improve students' outcomes. Let me end my topic with this. Teacher leadership is a professional process. Do you agree? The leaders reflect all of the qualities and many more as their teacher leadership through everyday interaction with the students, colleagues, and the school community. Teacher leadership is a package of attitude, knowledge, and skills that are continually developed. Again, this is Rizaldo J. Calizo. Thank you for listening.